Hello, and welcome to my first soft-spoken video. This is mostly going to be a channel update video, but we're also going to play some Klondike Solitaire as well. I'm not going to be going over the rules of Klondike Solitaire. I'm assuming many of the people watching this video already know how to play it, but just in case you don't, I will put a link to one of my other Klondike Solitaire videos in the description and on the screen in the upper right, so you can click that if you want to learn the rules. Now, there is a specific reason why I'm doing a soft-spoken video this time. Well, there are a couple. The first reason is because I have received some requests from people asking if I would consider doing some soft-spoken videos, and I've thought it could be interesting, but I don't know how good my voice is for soft-spoken. I've only ever done whispering, so hopefully my soft-spoken voice will be decent for ASMR. I have no clue. But the other reason why I'm doing soft-spoken has to do with why I'm giving a channel update for now. So, I've been having a problem lately when recording my whispering videos. I've been doing this channel for about 6 months now, recording a new video almost every week, oftentimes recording several times a week because I often have to re-record videos and things like that. So I have been doing a lot of whispering over the past 6 months. And I think that, unfortunately, it's starting to take a bit of a toll on my voice. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes when I'm trying to do whispering videos, I have a problem where my whispers will sometimes come out very hoarse, and it's very unpleasant to listen to. Now, I've mostly tried to cut around it in my recent videos, so it shouldn't show up much in the video. But over the last couple days, I've been trying to record a new whispering video, and it's simply been too difficult because I just have to keep repeating myself and redoing takes because my whispers just keep coming out so hoarse, and it's quite frustrating. It's been very frustrating to try to record, and the last time I tried to record a video I had to give up because I just could not make any progress. I was just constantly repeating myself, trying to get a take where I don't sound really terrible. So I think it's just the 6 months of whispering are starting to catch up with me a bit. And so I think going forward, I'm going to have to take a break from recording whispering videos. Now, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do instead. I don't want to stop making videos entirely because this channel has been one of the highlights of my life these past few months. I've been having so much fun making these videos, reading everyone's comments, and learning about new solitaire games that I can play and show off on the channel. It's been so much fun. And there's no way I want to just stop doing it and to give my voice time to recover, even though that may technically be the best option. So instead, I want to shift to doing something else. And what probably is going to happen is I'm either going to shift to doing soft-spoken videos like this. This is going to be sort of a test run for that. And if people like it, then we might move forward in that direction. or I may end up doing just no talking videos. No talking solitaire videos. Now, I have done some no talking solitaire videos in the past, but it seems they generally aren't as well liked as my regular videos. Not that people dislike them, but they always get a small fraction of the views that my whispering videos get. So I think people generally prefer the videos with talking in them. But if it turns out that people just really don't like my soft-spoken voice and would prefer to have no talking videos, we can go in that direction as well. We'll just have to wait and see. And I just realized we can move this king to the empty space. So, I'm really looking for your feedback on this one. If you like the soft-spoken, we can try to go in that direction. If not, we'll do no talking videos for the time being. Even if they don't get as many views, I still just want to do solitaire videos, so I would rather do them than do nothing at all. Now I guess while I'm doing a channel update, I may as well bring up some other things that have been going on. Not anything too exciting. What I just said was basically the most important stuff of the update. But there are some other things I've been thinking about. Now the first is that in my last video of 4 Against Darkness, I said that I was going to have an interesting new project coming up in my solitaire videos, but unfortunately I'm going to have to put that on hold. I just simply haven't really been feeling it. It just doesn't feel like the right time. But that will probably happen eventually. However, there is something else that may be coming up soon on the channel. If you follow my community page, which I know not everyone does, but if you do, you might see that I recently put up a poll there. And that poll was saying that I may be doing some extra videos in addition to my normal upload schedule. Now, I want to emphasize that these would not be replacing any of my normal videos. I'm going to continue trying to release these kinds of videos every 4 to 5 days. That is my normal upload schedule, in case you don't really pay much attention to exactly when the videos come out. That schedule will be remaining the same. But I may decide to do some extra videos in between my normal uploads, where we play some games on the computer instead of on a tabletop like this. Now, to start off, I'm thinking we'll probably just play solitaire games, same as when we usually play on the table. And in particular, I recently downloaded the original Windows 95 version of FreeCell, and it's been very nostalgic. I've been playing that, and I think I might do a series where we play that old version of FreeCell and we go through the numbered deals in that game. If you don't know, the original Windows 95 version of FreeCell had a numbered deals system where there were 32,000 possible random deals in that version, and you could choose which one you want to play. And many people have made it a bit of a challenge to go through all 32,000 in order, starting with number 1 and going all the way up to 32,000. Now, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that because I would only be recording for maybe a couple hours a week. And at that rate, it would take me many, many years to beat all 32,000 deals. That's the kind of thing that you need to do for hours every day if you want to get it done in a reasonable time. And while I might be willing to do that, I would not be willing to record and edit all of it. That would be very difficult and time consuming. But I would like to go through the deals and just see how many we can get through. I think it would be fun. And if you also think it would be fun, then maybe you can join us for that. And like I said, this would not replace any of my normal uploads. You would still get your normal card game and tabletop game videos at their normal schedule. You would just also get these little bonus computer game videos. And while I said we'll probably be starting with just Free Cell and maybe some other solitaire games as well, we may branch out and try some other computer games as well. It's been becoming a bit of a theme on this channel lately to play RPG themed games and dungeon crawlers and that sort of thing. We played Scoundrel, we played Clear the Dungeon, and a bunch of other dungeon crawling themed card games. And then just recently we started For Against Darkness, a tabletop dungeon crawling RPG. And so to go with that theme, it might be fun to play some RPGs or dungeon crawlers on the computer as well. I think that could be interesting. If you all would be interested in watching that anyways. But again, these would be extra videos. I just want to emphasize that because I don't want anyone to feel like I'm going to start replacing my normal content with video game content, because I know that's not really what people subscribe to me for. The card games and the tabletop games, I don't want to be making it seem like I'm taking any of that away. We're going to keep the same schedule as normal. These would just be bonuses. It looks like we're starting to run out of options here. And I think that might be it. Looks like we're out of moves. We actually made it pretty far in this first one, especially considering that I wasn't paying too much attention to the stock because I was so busy talking. I was just kind of making the moves without thinking too much about them, but we still did pretty well. We got pretty far. Only a few cards remaining on the tableau. That was pretty crucial, as was that and that. By the way, I really like this deck. We're playing on the light background today because we're playing with black cards, and I quite like this theme, and I like the number cards, the way they're kind of like pixely. This is the dark mode deck from Bicycle. Now, I think that was really all I had to go over with regards to the channel update stuff. So I think we'll just spend the rest of the video relaxing and playing Solitaire. We'll probably do 2 more games of Klondike, I think. But I am very interested to hear your feedback on all this. Like I said, reading the comments on my videos has been one of the highlights of my recent days. So definitely let me know what you think about these ideas. our second game. This is kind of funny and a little bit surreal doing my first channel update video. I've been watching so many YouTube channels over the years, and almost every one of them has to do this kind of video eventually, and it's kind of surreal having to do one myself. Pretty nice start so far. And it looks like that's where we end. So what cards are we looking for? A blue 5 would be great, a blue queen, a green 7, and blue 6 would also be nice. So blue 5, blue queen, green 7, blue 6. Ace is good. We'll leave that for now. Save it in case we need it to get to something. There's a blue queen, so again we're going to wait to play that. And there's also a blue 6 there. Let's see if that green 7 is anywhere. And we're also looking for that blue 5. Would also be nice. There was a green 7, and it showed up in the bottom of the draw. So we want to play one card to get to it, and there is our blue 5, and we can play it right now. So let's see what we get here. Okay, not too bad. Now I want to see something. Okay, so the next card is a green 2, which we can put here. So we're going to play this queen right now. That green 2 will end up here on the next draw. And so will the green 7. So we get the green 7 on the next draw. We go through again. Then we play the green 2 and the blue 3. And then we can move the 5 over. A bit of a convoluted plan, but sometimes that's what you have to do in Klondike. So that green 7 we get on the next turn. Now we could play this here. It doesn't really do anything for us, but I think I'm just going to do it anyways because I played a card, so that's not going to show up on the next deal, so we'll just do it now. Okay, now we should get our green 7 on this next time through. There it is. And now we continue going through. We could play this, and I think I'm going to because we can start working this stack down to move that 6 pile if we get the green 8 and the blue 7. Which I know there is a blue 7 in here, right there. we get to the green 8, though? There may be a way. We'll have to see. But now we play this, and we play that. And now this can come over. And there's a green 7, which is not really much help to us. Now, was there a blue 8 in here? Unfortunately, this ace of spades doesn't really do anything for us, which is a shame because I would like to have. We can play it, but we would just get this 9, which we can't do anything with. We would need to play 2 cards. Oh, we can play 2 cards because this is only 6. We can play the king. So we can play the ace and the king, and then we get the green 8 on the next turn. What I'm kind of interested now is seeing if there is a blue 8 in here, but I actually don't think there is. Okay, we'll go with that plan then. We play this, and we play this, and we leave this, although there's not anywhere we can play it anyway. And I don't think there's anything else we can play, but I'm just going to go through anyways. Okay. There it is. Now we can either go through again and use that blue 7, or we can play the blue 7 that's going to come up next. And I'm actually not sure which one. Oh no, that one's not there anymore. Okay, we have to go through the stock again. There it is. And now I think it's all going to come down to whatever is under here, because I'm not sure if we have much else we can do if this turns out to be nothing. And it does turn out to be pretty much nothing. Now we do get that queen, but I don't think we can actually go anywhere from here. We'll get the queen and the jack, and we can move the 10 onto it, but having another space for a king does not seem to help us in any way. To the point where I'm not even going to bother moving that pile yet. We're just going to play the moves that are available, but I don't think they're going to go anywhere. I think this game is unfortunately lost. There we go. Well, that game actually went pretty well, though. The last time I played Klondike on this channel, every game was so close. We had 1 win, and then we had 3 losses where we had like 4 or less cards remaining on the tableau. it was a bit frustrating, but this time though, we don't really have that. We're just getting kind of average games, but we're not losing them too fast. We're at least getting some progress. This is going to be the last game of the video, I think. So again, I'm curious to hear your feedback on the soft spoken. I hope it is a decent substitute for the whispering, and I figured Klondike would be the best game to play for this sort of video just because I don't have to really explain it. There are many other YouTubers out there, including ASMR YouTubers, making videos about Klondike. It's the most popular solitaire game in the world, after all. So most people already know how to play it, but if you don't, that's okay. I do often see comments on other creators' solitaire videos from people saying that they actually don't know how to play this game, and that makes sense. I don't think it's as popular now as it was back in the 90s. I think that's kind of when Klondike peaked, and of course it's still popular now and people still play it, but back then, back in the early Windows days, everybody knew this game. Everybody who used a computer knew this game. And now there's just so many other games to play on the computer that it's totally understandable if you've never played this one. Another pretty nice start. Wow. And it looks like we're finally out of moves. We can start drawing from the stock. We'll wait on this, but it's good to know we have a move. What cards are we actually looking for? I always forget to double check that before I start drawing. Blue 8, green 7 for this pile right here. Green 4 also would be nice. Did we draw a green 4? Ooh. There's one in the bottom of the first draw. That is the dead zone. It is so hard to reach that card. Hopefully, the other green 4 is also in here and not in such a tough spot. Now we do have this playable as well, but that doesn't really get us anywhere, but we'll keep it in case we need it to get to something. There's the other green 4, nice. We only need to play one card to get to it. And I think we're going to play the ace. So we'll play this ace, and we'll just start the stock over. We don't need to go through the rest of it. There we go. unfortunately, that doesn't really help us. And it looks like this third game may be coming to a pretty quick close because I don't think we have many more moves left to make. Actually, we can play this to the foundation and then get our blue 8. And we have a green 7 in here somewhere. What's the next card? A 5. We can play that. Let me see where that green 7 ends up. It ends up, so we need to play 2 cards to get to it. Assuming I didn't just accidentally mess up the draws, which I might have. No, I did not screw up. Okay. So we'll play the 3 and the 8. And then on the next draw through, we should get the green 7, and then we can reveal this. And we're not going to play this because that would ruin the stock. We would not get the green 7 on the next draw. So we leave that. And I believe it is right here. And let's see what's under this pile. That I don't think really helps us because we can move that 10 to the jack, but I don't think we even need that space. But we'll do it anyways. And we'll play this king, and I don't remember if there was a blue queen in here. There is not, unfortunately. Which means this game may be coming to a close. Ooh. I'm now just realizing that I just made a mistake. I should have left that 10 over there. And then I could have played the other blue 10. Then I could have played this 9 to the blue 10. We could have taken this and then this. And we would have revealed a new card. So, unfortunately, that was a mistake. That might end up costing me the game. Now we could get that queen. Let's just do it. Let's get the queen. And the jack. And the 10. And we get this too. Now, I don't think we have the other cards that we need. The blue 9, the green 8, and the blue 7 in order to move this pile over. This was the other blue 10 that we could have played there. And it looks like that is the end of our final game tonight. I don't see any more moves. Just doing one more quick double check. And now let's see if this was something good. That's going to be a real heartbreaker. I don't think that would have made a difference. So that makes me feel a little bit better. But that's going to be it for our Klondike Solitaire tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun playing it. I always have a good time playing Klondike. We didn't manage to get a win, but that's not uncommon when you're playing Klondike. So, please let me know what you think about the things I mentioned in this video. If you're still awake, of course. If you're falling asleep, don't feel obligated. Just go back to sleep. It's fine. But if you're still awake and would like to leave your feedback on whether or not you would like me to continue doing soft spoken or to do no talking instead, and what you think about the idea of potentially doing some computer game videos as extra bonus videos, and